Hey, how's everybody doing out there? Mike here, Mike's Computer Tips. We're doing a recording on OBS with the webcam. Back to the old setup. I hope everybody's doing great out there. On this Friday night, it was raining earlier, but now it's cleared up. It's around 9:26. And we got OBS running. After this is done, this video editing thing, I'm going to send it to YouTube. So when you see me on YouTube and Facebook, you'll know it came from OBS recording. You can see I have my phone here, so I'm not using my phone. I've made over 1,000 videos on this phone. Well, not just this phone. I had another phone before it, so I don't want this phone to take all the credit. But with the phone, I made a lot of videos. Recently, I just put all the programs I need on my external hard drive. So I have all these utilities you could think of, all free on my external devices, so it's easy for me to install on someone's computer or my computer. But getting into it, I still love Dell, how they make these giant power cords. You know, these bricks are like, this is a really good sized brick. I like to put it the way it came from, brand new. So I'm going to attempt to do that. A lot of times what you got to do is you got to wrap it up real good and then bend it around and then come back and look for those little holes and then line it up. Similar to that, now we have our Dell brick all done. That goes to a laptop over here, which I have. Somebody's on the phone trying to get a hold of me. What is it now? Is this a chat or what? Hey, you have SSD you can sell me? I have a few I use, but not heading your way soon. What size? This is a friend of mine, and he sells laptops, buys and sells laptops. My friend Steve, he lives about 20 minutes away, and it isn't the closest place to get to. Like it's like a little mission when I go to his place, because it's a little ride. And good to have one of these to put all your screws in when you're working on a laptop. There's so many different screws. Have somewhere to put them. That way you don't have screws all over the place, wondering what the heck happened to your screws. And even worse than that, you don't want to have screws underneath the laptop you're working on, because it will scratch it and it will damage it. Believe me. I know that from experience. So keep all your screws in one place. If you're not sure where they go and you want to make sure of that, what you do is you can line them up on the side, but keep them away from where you're working on your laptop. When you take the screws out, keep them on the side. That is a very good tip that unfortunately we relearned that. Sometimes you already know it, but sometimes just happens that a screw will get lost and it'll be in the wrong spot. But I mean, I have tons of screws. Don't get me wrong. I have M.2 screws, you know. I have these stands for motherboards, you know. I have all this stuff. But my point is, you don't want to damage anything you're working with. Screws. I mean, that's one of the easiest things that you can have when you're working on computers. Because even the ones you throw out, you can always pull off a lot of screws, especially desktops. They have all kinds of screws you can take off, and if you're going to trash it, you just take all the good parts out and then throw it away. I tell my wife, I swear there's a guy that lives down the street from me that has a little shop like I do in his house, because I throw so much stuff away that I don't need and that I can't sell, and somebody's doing something with that, because every time I put it out by the mailbox, it's gone. Sometimes 20 minutes later, it's gone. Whether it be a towel or a laptop, whatever it is, believe me, they take it really fast. Somebody is like a mic number 2 nearby with all this stuff. The guy at the mall, he makes shirts for me. I've had these made. These are only $15. I take my own shirt that I have, and I have him put my phone numbers on. And I have a couple of them. Actually, I have about 8 or 9 of them all together. I don't wear them all the time, but I do wear them when I go. This one smells like cologne. And then on the front, this one's a little fancier. It has a emblem on it. So I do have. It's good to have some shirts, because you're out in public, people see you. Whatever you do, if you're a barber, you want to have a T-shirt that has your barber company on it. Whatever company you do, whatever business you do, it's always good to have shirts, because you're out in the public eye, And another thing that I always tell people is have like a little sign on your car or your truck. That way when you're at a red light, people will see it, blah, blah, blah. I do such and such, I'm local. You'll be surprised. Sometimes people even call you while you're driving. It's not the safest thing, but if you have hands-free, it's okay. So, good advertising tips for your small business is get some shirts. And also put something on your car that says what you do, because you want as many people to know what you do in your area. That's how you get business. You're good for the first 5 miles, I always say. My friend told me that. And he's been in business for over 20-something years, been successful. And he says the first 5 miles around you, those are the people that are going to most likely come to you. So, a couple good tips. When you have a small business, people think that, well, maybe, I'll just hope for the best. But you can't look at it like that. You have to have an entrepreneur spirit if you want to be successful at anything. You have to be the voice of your own business. Don't leave it to anyone else. Yes, you can pay for some advertising, but the best advertising will be doing a good job for someone, giving a business card to them, asking for a good review on social media, and, putting your name wherever you can, giving cards out. You help a business, somebody gives you business, take their cards, promote them a little. It's really a win-win for everybody, because just remember, somebody else with a small business is in the same position you are. They're trying to, make it in the business, whether you're been doing it for 2 years, 6 months, 20 years, whatever it is. You're still the voice, the eyes and ears of your business, regardless. So it's very important. And, have the tools necessary to do the job you do. If you're a barber, you got to have all your cutters and scissors and things like that. Electrician has all his stuff, plumber. It's really an important thing because you need to have the tools. It's not really a good thing to go to a job and ask the homeowner if he has a plumber's wrench. That's not professional, you know what I mean? If you forgot yours at another job, I can understand it, but have your own stuff. I always have the basics, not expensive, but just have a little bit of everything that you're going to run into. Eventually, you're going to accumulate things as you go in your business. So, it'll take time, but you will accumulate things after a while. Like if you see you need a certain screwdriver for a certain job and you don't have it, they're probably not that expensive, and you go to the store and you can get that screwdriver. Sometimes you need they have all different kinds of screwdrivers, 5-star, 6-star, especially with Apple computers, these little screws that they have. You need to have all these special tips and things, This is a very cheap kit, but just to get an idea, they have so many different sizes. That's why a lot of people don't, work on Apples, because they don't make it easy for you. That's for sure. Oh, another thing is you have to be in pretty good shape to run a business or run a household or run anything. And I always suggest that not to do some exercise, whether you go, my thing is walking. I go walking a couple times a week. I try to do it steady, maybe 30-minute walk. Just get out there and do something, move your body. Try to eat right, take care of yourself. It's never going to be 100%. We all like snacks and things, but overall, try to eat some good food. Try not to overeat that much. I'm working on weight loss and taking vitamins and, things like that. So, you got to be able to keep up with things. And it doesn't make much sense to be successful financially, but be very poor physically. So we always try to keep ourselves in balance with what we're trying to do. You need enough energy to go out there and stay busy, so make sure you're trying to stay in pretty good physical shape. I'm going to cut this video off, and I'm glad you guys are here for my first return video on OBS with the famous microphone that so many people like, that I love to use, and I'm starting to use it again in my Logitech webcam. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Mike's Computer Tips, on YouTube, Instagram, and you will find me also on Facebook under MSL Computer Repair, or Instagram, Mike's Computer Tips. So until next time, I will see you later. Have a great rest of your night. Bye.